stayed in the Babbling Brook Cottages in the Snuggler's Notch location, which is about a 10-minute drive from most of the waterfalls you'll be able to see while staying in the Delaware Water Gap. I do have to say, a lot of our meals that weekend happened over that stove. We could wake up, have breakfast, pack lunch for the trails, then come back and then cook a nice homemade dinner. The owners here change the decor for every holiday, even including Christmas. So if you choose to stay during Christmas, your cabin will be decked out with Christmas decor and even a Christmas tree. And our first night here ended in a campfire right outside the cabin. The waterfall that you're viewing here is Bushkill Falls. This is the only waterfall in the area that you have to pay to access. I believe it was $20 a person, and they have trails that are color-coded. Yellow is the shortest trail, red is the longest, and if you take the red, you can see every single waterfall that's in the Bushkill area. I highly recommend doing that one if you have an hour or two to spend. This photo here is actually a black bear that ran out in front of us while we were driving. Yes, you are in black bear country. We saw more than a couple while we were up there. This is us eating lunch before we went to see Shohola Falls, which you are going to see in the next couple photos. This is the view of Shohola Falls when you first walk down the ramp. It's to your left, and this is what you'll see. We were one of the only people out viewing Shohola Falls this day during a torrential downpour, and it was pretty slippery. And I could see how it could be slippery even without the rain. So if you're gonna go view Shohola Falls, I highly recommend you wear the appropriate footwear. And finally, this is what Shohola Falls looks like from the bottom. Digman's Falls, which you're about to see. This one's really cool to see. They just renovated when we were there in October 2022 the walkway. So all new walkway, which makes it super nice to walk. Most of it's flat, but there are a lot of steps, so be prepared for that. This is the Silver Thread Falls. This is what you will see at Digman's while you're walking. It is the first waterfall and also the tiniest in the Delaware Water Gap. What you're viewing here is Digman's Falls from the bottom. So this is right before you make the loop back. This is the perspective here, but you can go up the steps and see it from the top. But I do warn you again, there were a lot of steps. Many of us were taking breaks going up and then also going down. It is narrow, so you are going to have to navigate around the other visitors that are there. And this is from the top. If you don't like heights, I wouldn't recommend this one because it does put it into perspective how high you actually are. So now we are entering Raymond Skills Falls. This walk down, I have to say, was the steepest and probably the hardest because it's not an actual walkway. You're kind of walking down a cliff. When you get there, you'll see it from the top, and then you can also see it from a different perspective at the bottom. This one was really cool to see, but like I said, getting there was kind of tough. This is the toll bridge. It is still privately owned, I believe, and it costs us $1 to cross. When you cross, you're crossing over into New Jersey and viewing the rest of the Delaware Water Gap. On the New Jersey side, I do have to say they have some pretty cool stuff on that side. They have Crater Lake, they have Old Mine Road, and then they have Millbrook Village. Millbrook Village is an old farming community that is still stuck in time, and the buildings are replicas, but they're still standing. You can go ahead and view them at your own leisure. Our trip started with a campfire and it ended with many campfires, and it also ended with us engaged, so that is awesome. Well, hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks.